I'll do it. We good to go?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we've had a little bit.
Welcome to Krumbis. Welcome to Krumbis, Bumbis, and the Burgie boys. We are the Burgie boys. All hail Krumbis, Bumbis.
All hail.
All hail. Do I say all hail again? Like, even though
you can say it
I was
as
the one who
much
said
as
it
you want.
the first time.
Praise
Like, I'm
you.
saying like 2 all hails when you guys are only saying 1 all hail. I feel like, you know, I don't wanna, you know, imply that Mr. Krumbis himself might be picking favourites, but
Well,
that's
maybe
double
I
the
can just
amount
say it
of.
again. I can say all hail as much as I want. Say it all the time in my spare time.
It's just you're constantly saying it in your head over and over again,
Exactly. What's
just
the
so that
problem?
you never forgets. I don't know. I just want to say, you know.
Well, listen, okay. Don't let it go straight to your head. You remember the intro twice in a row, okay?
I'm pretty much a big deal now. I would say that I have an eidetic memory at this point. It's really impressive.
Eidetic.
Eidetic, yeah.
The question
It's,
is, can you remember all the films that we've told you should be watching yet, or?
Well, I don't remember them, but I have a list. I have a book, so I'm fine.
Eidetic, yeah.
Eidetic is like photographic memory.
Okay.
It's like the proper term for photographic memory is an eidetic memory.
Cool. I've been hearing that wrong for years. I have thought that people, when they said that, were like identic, like you can identify things immediately.
I got an eidetic memory.
I got some identic memories. I'm glad I've never tried to bring that up in a conversation. I would usually just say photographic, but we're sorted. I don't have one of those anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah, you guys have now learned something. You learned something new. Don't say the Krumbis Bumbis podcast never did anything for you. If you know you're listening at home and you get to the part where we're talking about bums and farts and stuff, and your mum walks in the room and she's like, "Oh, Jimmy, what are you listening to, Jimmy?" And you just say, "But Mom, they taught me what eidetic meant," and then she'll be like, "Oh, okay, that's fine."
Okay,
Yeah.
you can
And she'll leave you
now
alone.
listen to them for as much as you ever want
Yeah.
to.
Scroll it back to the eidetic memory bit. We'll put some happy ukulele over it. It'll
Yeah,
be
it'll be
sweet.
fine.
Ding, 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 ding. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Eidetic memory.
Oh man.
I ever wonder, like, I was wondering this the other day, because I was editing through the stuff, and then I put it all live, and then I realized how much poops and farts we talk about. And then, like, I got a podcast on my main channel the other day being like, "Oh, the music was a bit loud." And I ever wonder if people listen to this podcast on, like, speaker. Like, how would that go down? Like, if you did
Yeah.
listen to
don't
the
know.
podcast on speakers, please let me know in the comments, because I'm interested to hear.
Tell us of your listening habits. Like, what do you do when you listen? Do you wash the dishes? Do you like to go for walks?
And how
You
does
know?
your family react to what we talk about?
Yeah.
That's the main one that we want to know.
Yeah, I want to know. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. As well, like, when I'm cutting out the teasers as well, because I've started, I post things on Facebook now to, like, try and promote stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that we were still doing the teasers.
I didn't post one for YouTube because I kind of got caught up in my own world, and it was...
It would also not make much sense to... Well, I suppose we could post it on our channel still, but yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I made a teaser for Facebook and I posted it, but I was like, there's so much stuff that, like, if I post this on my wall, I have, like, my parents and stuff on my Facebook wall, so if I share it to my private account, like, what is shareable? It's a scary thing.
See, that's like the biggest problem I have whenever I think about posting anything on the internet. I don't think about, like, oh man, maybe people will like this. I think about everyone that follows me and all of their individual reactions to seeing this thing. Chances are they probably won't see it anyway, but I'm like, oh god, what if they think this, and then they, you know, whatever, and then I end up not posting
See,
it.
I'm kind of the opposite way around. I just kind of go, they know what I'm like. They'll expect something like this from me, no matter what it is.
I think I'm more on Portuguese lines. I like to have, like, a lot of side projects and stuff, but I don't like to show, like, my side projects to anyone. I'm more about, like, if I post something on Facebook or Twitter or anything, I'm like, it's not, hey, some people are going to enjoy this. It's, hey, the vast majority of people are going to think this is weird. I'm going to get bullied.
Yay! Billy
Yay.
Fund.
So
Woo.
we all have Facebook, right? And you obviously all have your family on there. But what about, like, Twitter and Instagram? Do your families follow you on Twitter and Instagram?
My parents don't. However, Ursula's mum follows me on Twitter.
That's
and her
weird.
sister. So, yeah, that one's a little bit more unusual.
Does she ever bring it up? Like, you go around and she's like, I saw your poop tweet the other week there, and it was really great.
No, never seems to bring it up. I don't think she uses Twitter as much. I think she's just trying to like give herself a bit of a presence there.
Okay.
And yeah, thankfully I don't think she actually looks at anything I actually put in, so that's fine.
Who's
happy.
this? Sorry, my audio cut.
My Ursula's mum
Oh, okay.
and her sister, but her sister
On Twitter.
On Twitter, yeah.
It's the danger zone.
Yeah, it is.
The thing is, as well, is I put my because I apply for like a lot of social media jobs and like branded jobs, and I use my Twitter as like an example because all my branded's like universal and stuff. So I have my Twitter on my CV. So
God.
like the places I apply for are usually places that are like I'm sure they'll appreciate a dank meme or two, but I have to kind of be careful what I post there. Rather than like worrying about what my family see, it's always like, hey, what's a future employer gonna see? Because there's like pictures of me with like a rubber ring donut around me with a beer in one hand and stuff, you know. You never know.
I feel like nothing on there is like particularly bad. You save that for your secret Twitter second account, you know?
Yeah, and that's where the real dank stuff pours out of the woodwork. I mean, if you want to, you can try and find it, but it's real deep web stuff. You gotta go through numerous black market hacks to
So
find
basically what you're trying to say is it's at Fund Cheese, right?
it. Don't say that on the podcast!
Oh no, everybody will find out.
Yeah.
Everything's going down the shitter now.
What about you, Porco? Who's on your social meds, Iaz?
The only one I really use is Twitter. I have an Instagram. I think I've posted one picture, maybe two. And I have Facebook, but I only use that to speak to very few people and catch up with old friends and stuff like that.
I mean, I had Instagram. I don't know what happened to it, but it got like removed. But
Oh,
Windows
you had to make a second
phones.
one, didn't
Windows
you?
Phone, yeah.
You can't have anything on Windows phones. Windows phones hate people.
Yeah,
You can have
It's-
depression with a Windows Phone.
it's kind of like
That's about it. I think it
Gary
comes like
Glitter of
pre-built onto the
phones,
phone
yeah.
actually. It's the depression
Yeah.
app. It's right there, ready to go.
Man, but you can throw those phones at a wall and they'll survive. Which
That is very true.
that's because they were
actually,
made by Nokia, obviously.
Is
It's
Misty
cut
cut
out. Yeah.
Oh, that is
There you
brilliant.
go.
Oh, you good?
I was taking the piss at one point. I was like, oh, the
I think you were still cutting out at that point, to be honest.
Yep.
Oh no, that's
Okay.
Yeah.
God, this one's gonna be a tough one to edit. Jesus Christ. Oh.
Just leave
Okay.
it in. Just leave it in. It's all fine.
No, it's not fine. So it's definitely not. We lost about a minute of time there. It's all good. Okay, what we're talking about social medias.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, my brother and sister follow me on Twitter, but my mum and dad both have Twitter, but they don't follow me. They have private accounts as well, so if you have to request to follow them or whatever.
Yeah.
The whole sort of, what if people steal all my identities and then someone pretends to be me, and one day someone will come to the house and be like, hey Porchek, it's me, your mum, and I'm like, you know my mum, and it's like, yeah, I am, look, I've got the Twitter account right here to prove it.
Private accounts are weird on Twitter. I don't like overly get them. But
Yeah.
I kind of do get them because Twitter for me is always like a very it's like a PR place. It's like a place where you can
I
just talk
thought
to anyone.
Twitter was like basically announcing a big kind of sentence to the world. And
It's like if
for
you want to
anyone
keep
look.
things to like people you know, you keep it to Facebook because
Yeah.
the only people I have on Facebook are people that I know or people that I've worked with or stuff like that. And then Twitter's where I can be like, yo, Barack Obama, you seen this stank meme? And he definitely responds every time.
A lot of the time, I just spend my my Twitter either shit posting or tweeting at Donald Trump to call him a dick. I'll keep
This is
the language a
a
little
fantastic use of time. It's what a time to be
Yeah.
alive when you can sit on the toilet, take a dump,
And
and tweet to
slag
the
off the
president of the United States of
America.
America that he's a
They
dick.
call it the dump and Trump.
bit. Yep. Oh, that's going to be the next tweet for tomorrow's daily toilet tweet.
I want some credit. Just a little bit.
I'll just like at you or something like that. I'll think of
Speaking of
something,
which, we
don't
brought up Donald Trump last time, and you said, hey, we should make another podcast where we talk about all of Donald Trump's tweets. Since you're so socially involved. Would you like to start your new segment, Trump's tweets? Was there any one tweet that stuck out to you this week from your toilet?
Every
wait.
single
Before we move on, we need a jingle, right?
All right. I mean, I can see your eyes looking at me from over there in our studio office. You really want me to take this away for a check?
I'm so ready to hear the jingle.
Okay, hold on. Okay, you need to hype this up for a bit. You need to stall for time.
Help?
Saving for time for...
Just like talk about jingles, the history of jingles whilst I mentally prepare. I'm getting my keyboard out. Let's just put that down here. Okay.
So
you like jingles? See.
The word jingle was originally originated in Eastern Africa, where they would get
okay,
a
enough.
creature.
Enough. We're ready.
All right. Give me that dank jingle, boy.
Trump! It's Trump's tweets. It's time for Trump's. It's Trump's tweets.
Oh god! Wow, that was what? That was better.
I've been practicing music. You know when I said I do science projects? Yeah, this keyboard has really been. It's been doing stuff for me.
I didn't expect it to be so good. Holy crap. Okay.
It's professional. It's professional. I like it.
No problem. That's why we're the #1 podcast on YouTube.
Oh dear.
We got everything to offer. Right, Trump's tweets. The new segment.
Hundreds of them. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them.
Oh, well, just one for... It's just the tweet of the week.
Shoplifting is a very big deal in China, as it should be. 5 to 10 years in jail, but not to Favre Lavar. Should have gotten his son out during my next trip to China instead. China told them why they were released. Very ungrateful. Lovely Trump there.
Who's Father Lavar? Should I know this?
I'm not too sure.
Is he talking about the Lord and Savior LeVar Burton?
I was actually thinking LeVar Burton as well. But I just thought it was absolutely hilarious the way he worded it right in the first line. Shoplifting is a very big deal in China. It's like, yes, let's go to China. Let's see what their pastimes are. Oh, shoplifting. Yeah, that's brilliant. Let's go shoplifting to get in with the trends of the country. Classic.
Whoa,
Trump.
now, Misty. Are you implying that Donald Trump, the president of the United States, is a little bit racist?
Oh.
Is that what you're implying here?
Well, yeah. I mean,
oh my goodness me.
There's no point.
I would just like to say right now that the views of Monkey of Mist do not represent the views of Krumbis, Bumbis, and the Burgie boys as a whole.
There's a very interesting point you brought up there where you're like, you were talking about how you like the way that he wrote it down like it's disappointing. There's a channel called the Narrator. Have you heard of this channel?
I have not.
So there's a channel called the Narrator that has a like infographic breakdown of how Donald Trump tweets. That he has like a certain structure to how he wants to phrase certain things and make certain people feel certain ways. It's really interesting. I'll put a link to it in the description for it, but it's quite funny because he's got his tweets where he tweets from the account, his tweets that come from another phone, which is like his PR guy, that comes from a different phone, and then you can always tell what's his because he has like, it's like a pipeline to write in a tweet where he like forces like an opinion on you. It's interesting. You should.
One of the things that you notice with a lot of the ends of his tweets is that he always ends it on like a really
he sums it up,
stinging like punchline sort of thing. So just looking down now, the end of like a couple of his tweets here: American public, build the wall. Very ungrateful.
Yeah,
I should have left him in jail. So all this kind of stuff, like super like. Yeah.
It's like it's like his full stop is his opinion, and it's like you should feel this way too. It's like this is disappointing. I'm very happy, you know. I'm a big asshole.
It's to always end with an exclamation mark as well.
Yeah.
Well, how else would you know that he's shouting at you? I'm like, I don't know. I'm always like feel like I should be careful when I'm talking about the US because they scare me a little bit.
No, I think the US is fine. It's just the people in it.
Well, it's like
just one person specifically who's inciting everybody else who's a little
it's
bit
like
funny.
the US are always so critical of like Russia and like Korea as countries, and that they like have them as like these enemies, and they hold them on this like pedestal of like, look how wrong they're doing everything, look how bad they are. But like from an outward perspective, they're very similar sometimes, and it's kind of worrying.
Worse, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't agree with the whole thing with Russia on the lines of, oh, you can't be gay, that's illegal.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but folk don't tell you about things like the big monument thing that Russia actually gave to America to memorialize the loss on 9/11. It's like a big metal teardrop like thing. It looks really, really cool. I don't know if I can find a link of it, but
I've seen it before. Is it not near the New World Trade Center?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it's at like the area where the buildings fell or something like that.
It doesn't look too close to where it fell because it looks like it's just on the side of the waterfront.
Yeah.
I'll be able to find like a picture or something like that, and
I've posted the Wikipedia page for it down in the description.
oh, have you seen it as well? Have you?
Does it have a name that people can Google if they're listening along?
The struggle to the struggle against world terrorism, I think it's called.
Okay.
Is
Yeah.
the structure.
I think if you just type in Russian 9/11 memorial, it'll probably come up as well.
It's an 100-foot bronze-clad tower built with a jagged opening in the middle, which hangs a large nickel-surfaced teardrop.
Yeah.
I know it's been about 2-3 minutes since it happened, but how did you have the Spider-Man 2 pizza theme so readily available? Like, it didn't take you that long to get it.
He's probably got it like saved in his bookmarks or something like that.
Who do you think I am? You think I'm the kind of guy who would not have the Spider-Man pizza theme readily available?
Cheese fan of Spider-Man, confirmed.
We've been over this numerous times whilst we play video games, and like whenever anyone is saying things that's just like grinding my gears, or I can't be bothered listening to someone, my brain will automatically just play that in my head to drown out the pain.
Oh, man.
So that's what you listen to all the time in your head when you're talking to me.
Yeah, sometimes I actually put it on. There's been times where
yeah, I've noticed that.
it's just playing down my earphones, and I'm just like, this is the life.
If you want the true Krumbis Bumbis experience, you need to load it up and listen to it in the background quietly whilst this podcast is playing.
Just have it on repeat.
Yep.
The best thing is, as well, is like I've been playing around in Adobe Audition.
Okay.
I found a way to infinitely loop any song.
Oh god, that's a dangerous power.
Seamlessly as well. So I was messing about with just us talking in like video games and stuff, like recordings that I have, and then looping them infinitely.
Yeah, I noticed they did that with the what was it? Something you put up recently.
It's great. It's the best thing. I have all these stupid little things under my belt now that I can use to my advantage. So if there's ever a moment where I'm like, this needs to be played for 10 hours, I can do it. I can have one of those videos ready and just loop infinitely. It's great. Mad skills. We've been learning a lot of skills recently. Unemployment watch with Cheese. I have a job interview tomorrow.
Oh really? Who is it with, or can you not say?
I mean, I could say who it is, but I'm not overly keen about it, to be honest.
I mean,
Like,
it's
you
like,
getting on the street corner again.
well, it's like, I need to be careful what I say here, because it might be a job that I end up doing and liking. But
just say what your job role would do.
Well, that's the thing that I'm kind of annoyed about. So I've been on like all these sites, and like every day for like the past 2 or 3 weeks, I've been trying to apply for at least like 4 jobs a day.
No,
So you kind of start up with like, you start up with your pinnacles where you're like, I want to work for this company because they're my favorite company. So you start there. And then as time goes on, you sort of lower the bar.
You're not working
you
for
bring-
Apple, are you?
You bring it down and down and down and down. I've been looking at a lot of like marketing jobs, so like branding and marketing, and I've been going down that vein. And there was a job that's advertised as like a marketing and branding job, but judging by like people's reviews on a website called Glassdoor, we're not sponsored. It seems a bit dodgy. not overly dodgy, but just like it's not what it says on the tin kind of deal. So like they're saying that you're doing like marketing and branding, but really you're one of those people who come up and try and sell you a TalkTalk subscription by the sounds of it.
So basically you're going to be cold calling people.
No, I'm going to be walking up to people on the streets by the sound of it and going, hey, who's your thing? I mean, it might not be. Yeah. I'm going to the interview tomorrow. I had a call today about it. So I was a bit like, oh, here's all my interests and stuff. And they brought up transferable skills, which I'm like...
That's a big word.
Which I'm like, yeah, they might be transferable skills, but I don't want them to be. I want to do these things. So we'll see how it goes. If they're like, hey, here's what you'll be doing, and it's something that's like something that I'll really enjoy, I'll be down for it. But if it's like something like that, I'll probably just say no.
No.
I don't know though, like I'm in this horrible predicament where it's like, should I just bite the bullet and do it for like a few months and get some money behind me?
Yeah, I mean, you get experience that way and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's like more stuff for my CV, but when you've got stuff like, I've got a decent CV from stuff that I've done at uni, and I'm like, do I need you for my CV? I only want your money, okay?
Plus, like, if you keep like jumping in and out of small jobs to get like experience stuff like that, it might not look good that you keep leaving positions shortly after you enter them. So
yeah, you're better to literally just go to the job that you want to be doing.
What to do? Yeah, but it's never easy. That easy though.
I know it's never that easy.
Phone up Rockstar and be like, "What's up, Rockstar? Red Dead Redemption 2? I got you, fam. Hire me."
That whole conversation implies that I've not applied for Rockstar. Oh, trust me, I've tried.
I've actually
let's just do Krumbis full time. Yeah, it's making us loads.
Yeah, it's a moral richness, I would say. You know, I feel
morals don't pay the bills. What were you gonna say, Misty?
Yeah, I was gonna say I've actually bumped into the person who originally founded Rockstar.
Oh yeah.
Did
you throw any punches?
No. I was working security at the time.
Did you ask him when Lemmings 3D was coming out?
I don't think he actually has much to do with the company nowadays, to be honest.
But he has a lot of the money, am I right? Moolah, baby!
Yeah. He likes the Dundee football team. I'm not going to say specifically which one because I can't remember.
The Dundee Reds.
The Dundee football kickers, I think is what they're called.
Come on, you Reds!
But yeah, he turns up to most of their matches, and I was on.
I'm pretty sure the Dundee colours are like yellow and blue. But okay, sorry,
don't worry about it.
But yeah, it was literally just turned up, and I was like, "Oh, that's the guy from Rockstar." Interesting.
You say, "Hey, now you're a rock star." You put your football shoes on. You go play. Hey, now I'm a security guard. Can I have some money of yours, please? I need paid.
That's exactly what I've done. And,
thank you.
He went, no, get out of my hair. As in, I was literally in his hair, like, partying
pretty big
going,
head of hair.
Giving me some money. I was over his back, just like climbing through his hair, just like, come, give me some money. And then he was like, no, get out of my hair. And yeah, I had to just jump off and... Instead, I just tasered him and stole his wallet. No, he didn't give me money. Unfortunately.
Yo. You brought up morals and how they don't pay the bills.
Yes.
Did you see?
Why are you so out of breath all of a sudden?
I'm tangled in cables. Did you see that according to the British government, animals do not have thoughts or feelings, and they cannot feel pain?
What the hell?
Yep, that is true.
I thought this was a joke, and I went digging into the internet. I saw somebody tweet about it, and I was like, "This cannot be real." It's, apparently,
so that you can abuse animals without actually getting in trouble for it, pretty much.
What is going on?
Bananas.
I don't want to live in this world. I don't understand. Like, I don't see the benefits of any of that. Like, is it so they can hunt foxes?
It's so they can hunt, yeah.
Bah!
What?
I know.
What? How could you vote that they don't feel. Like, if you look a dog in the face and punch him in that face, he's gonna react. Like, he's gonna whelp. Like, that's just so stupid. That's so dumb.
It's basically getting rid of animal rights before we get rid of human rights once we leave EU.
That's what it is.
That's pretty
We've
much.
decreed that humans in the UK can't feel pain.
The way that the world's going, I wouldn't be surprised. We're gonna end up living in like Dishonored or something. Or we're just
Well, that's the thing. Once we leave EU, we won't have the actual rights of human rights which are set out in the EU legislation. It'll give them basically the Conservatives will go, oh yeah, we can make our own one, and that means that you can have rights until we tell you don't have rights. That's pretty much what's actually been happening in the last couple of years.
That's terrible.
honestly, I think it's so that they're gonna start up blood sports as a thing, and we're gonna end up like anybody who's like unemployed or whatever. We're gonna end up in arenas fighting animals. It's the only logical next step for them.
The UK is too overpopulated. Every year for 1 week, humans and animals from the UK come to fight in the Thunderdome.
Dum dum dum.
Tonight, after Anton-Dex, I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here.
I'm a celebrity. Weird. Get me in here.
Oh god, I was watching I don't watch I'm a Celebrity or X Factor, or I don't really watch TV to be honest, but I was sitting down in the sitting room yesterday and I'm a Celebrity came on, and it was like the start of it, so they were showing all those celebrities. I say celebrities, I didn't recognise any of them. Maybe that's because I don't watch TV, but it was like a bunch of, I guess, soap stars, and they had Boris Johnson's dad, he was there.
Boris Johnson's dad?
Yeah. It's funny because he was saying like, "Oh, I'm a hello, my name is, I can't even remember his name. It's like Bill Johnson or something." And he's like, "I'm a conservationist. I'm a philanthropist, and I'm famous for being Boris Johnson's dad." And I was like, "All right, cool." But they were all like introducing themselves, and I was like, "Oh god, this is like terrible." I hate these shows because it's just people arguing. But then this one woman comes on, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm kind of like Marmite, you know. If you either love me or hate me." And I was like, "I'm so done." And I walked
as
out
soon
the
as
room.
someone compares himself to Marmite, I instantly hate you. And it's not because I don't like Marmite. It's just because if you have to say that people either love you or hate you, it's just like you know that everyone hates you.
Oh god, it's terrible.
Like nobody will openly go like, "Listen, guys, there's a lot of people out there who don't like me." You introduce yourself by saying, "Hello, my name is Liam. I like playing video games, and fart jokes make me giggle." It's not like,
"Hello everybody, it's me, Liam, and I like to fiddle with my joysticks, but some people call me a knob."
you know.
But that's the thing. Like, if there was someone like you, but then they said that instead, they would probably get on this show and be like a big hit, because that's the kind of people that they look for. Just like people that are so full of themselves and just complete assholes and ready
Like
to
Katie
argue.
Hopkins, pretty much.
Like what? Sorry.
Katie Hopkins.
Dude,
Yes.
I'm looking at the people.
You know what that is, don't you? Poor child.
I'm looking at the people from I'm a Celebrity, and I figured out why. Poor Chig.
Okay.
Why you don't know the people? Okay, because they now have stooped as low as getting like
Boris
weird.
Johnson's dad.
Well, Boris Johnson's dad and weird obscure vloggers and stuff
Really?
are on it. Apparently, one of them's like a vlogger.
Really?
They have they have Amir Khan, who's like the boxer, and he's the only one that.
Yeah.
Isn't Kezia Dugdale meant to be going into it as well?
Yes, she was an
Yeah,
MP.
who is that? An MP.
She's the Scottish. She was the Scottish Labour leader who resigned like a month or two ago.
Yeah.
And
I think here's my lineup for 2018.
Oh,
I'm a Celebrity.
Hell yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Everyone on the 2017 list. And a gun.
Oh, Jesus.
And I go, "Listen, y'all. You're clearly desperate. The last person alive wins."
Maybe they should do like I'm a Celebrity with all of the I'm a Celebrity folk who have been on before. Put them on the island and just make it like Battle Royale for the movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say that like give them like paintball guns or airsoft guns.
No, give them actual real guns. Let them kill each other.
No, that's the thing though. It's like in 2018, it's gonna be a known fact that people don't have feelings and can't feel pain.
Exactly.
So it's gonna be fine.
Man, that'd be great.
I mean, if we take them out into the middle of the ocean, there's no actual like country that could say, "Oh yeah, that's against the law," because there's no laws there. International waters and stuff and all. We could probably make a big platform for them to all fight out on.
I'm pretty sure you can't just take someone to international waters and murder them and then come back and be like, well, you killed that person.
I killed them.
But they were out at sea, so doesn't count.
Yeah, I did it. But it's okay because I was in international waters. Yeah, I tore his skin off.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I've got a video to watch.
I tore his skin off. I chomped it. I chopped it all up. Num 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 num. It was delicious. But it's okay. I'm not crazy or a murderer because I was in international waters.
Technically, there's no laws there at the time, so you could technically get away with it.
All right, Misty, you tell me how that goes on next week's podcast when you take somebody into international waters and murder them.
I wonder if this has happened. Let me look it up.
Look it up. Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
They could be prosecuted by the country in which the vessel is registered, the country of the victim,
have the vessel,
the country of the perpetrator, or the United States. What? Okay, the US often enforces its laws in international waters, so it seems just like they can enforce it anyway, I guess.
Yeah, but in 2018, United States aren't going to be around anyway because they're going to get nuked by North Korea. So we're all good. We don't have to worry about US.
I feel
what a world it is.
I think every ship or boat that leaves is part of the territory of the country that it left from, or is.
But what happens if we get like lots
assigned
and lots
to.
and lots of boats together from different countries and just build a platform out of them for them
Like
all to
Waterworld.
fight? Waterworld in the middle of the ocean. It's perfect.
And then they'll get so caught up in the legislative like bullshit of trying to figure out who should be prosecuting you that you get away with it. And in that time, you take out all the prosecutors and you murder them as well.
Exactly.
Problem solved.
You just go.
The thing that makes me happiest about this whole conversation is the movie title Waterworld and the words perfect were used in the same sentence.
I like the movie Waterworld. I know it's kind of cheesy and terrible and bad, but I still enjoy it.
It's perfect, yeah.
It's perfect.
I have a soft spot for crappy films.
Oh, me too.
I mean, I like the Green Lantern movie. I know
Yeah, but
it's
that's
an
just-
absolute crap film, but I just thought it was
I
fun.
don't think I can do this podcast anymore, guys.
So
that's
you've
the
never
last-
seen
that's
most of the films.
Last straw.
All these like reality TV shows all have people from Made in Chelsea on it, right?
Let's just
Yeah.
nuke Chelsea then.
I've never watched Made in Chelsea.
If we
Problem
nuke Chelsea,
solved.
then
No
there will be
more-
no more
no
I'm
more
a
reality
Celebrity. It's
shows.
perfect.
I don't know what Made in Chelsea is, but whenever I see like the promo images, it's just a very scantily clad lady. So I feel like maybe sometime I should watch it. Like, hold on.
It's a scantily clad lady until it gets to I'm a Celebrity, and then it's just like the folk who are on it.
Made in Chelsea
So
is like
here-
it's a pseudo-fictional show. So like, there's people on it and they're real people and they're like maybe really friends, but
There you go.
there's a
I
script.
posted it in the Krumbis chat for
there's
you.
like there's a script and stuff. Oh my god, is that just a random still from the show?
That's just like, this is the thing that I'm reading that has all the people from I'm a Celebrity, and they're all like wearing jeans. It's Amir Khan's Instagram post. It's like, here's the boxer gets to the Made in Chelsea person, and that's the image.
You sure it's
just
not
some-
laid in Chelsea, and it's a porno version?
That probably exists, right?
Swing, swing.
I feel like every episode we try and we come up with, or we think of what the porn parody of a thing is called.
Oh, that would be perfect.
I mean, by the looks of it, it's just its own porn parody, like very softcore. But you know, I'd watch it. I feel like I'm missing out.
I could have a wee tug to that.
I don't know if I can put that image in the description. I'm sorry, listeners. I mean, with the adpocalypse, you know, we don't want to get the Krumbis cast shut down immediately. We'll give it like a month before we start posting that stuff in our description.
I don't see anything from Made in Chelsea. The third link when I typed in Made in Chelsea porn parody is Rick and Morty now has an X-rated porn parody.
Really?
Apparently. It's called Dick
What's it
and
called?
Morty.
Dick and Morty.
Oh, that's not great though.
That's an easy one. That's so simple.
Yeah, we
Can
could
we
come
think
up
of
with
a
some
better
better ones right now.
Rick and Porny.
Rick fucks Morty. Straight to the point.
Rick and Morgie.
What about just like lick my Morty? You know?
like my
That's
Morty.
pretty
Yeah.
good. That's pretty good.
By co-directed by Dan Hardon and
Wait, who's that?
Thrustin Royland.
That's what it is.
There you go.
Island. Oh man.
You can pay me later, boys.
See if they actually make like an animated version of it now, just so you can they can get that. We'll have to like sue them for copying us.
How dare they?
I would not. I would never sue Rick and Morty. Listen, Rick and Morty can take any of my ideas.
You don't
know?
have an IQ high enough to sue Rick and Morty.
Exactly.
You filthy casual.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, Swifty.
Punisher came out.
Punisher
seen
did
it yet.
come out. Yeah.
I've watched the first few episodes of it. It's alright.
Just
I would
alright.
Agree with that statement. It's like it feel like there's a couple of bits in the first couple of episodes. Minor spoilers here, very minor.
As long as they're like super minor,
Yeah,
you got promised
just-
that it's not going to impact anyone's viewing experience, because I do think people are going to go watch it.
Yeah. I'll say that like a few of the bits feel very Punisher like, and the kind of thing I expected the show to be about. But then a larger percentage of it is more like it feels too chill and laid back, and it takes them a lot of time to get into doing this cooler stuff.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it's like a series.
Yeah.
So they kind of got to space their budget out,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
from the brutal moments in it are not disappointing whatsoever. I thought they're quite cool, and it's definitely a step up from like Iron Fist.
Oh god.
Iron Fist, the hit Netflix show starring Iron Fist, everyone's favorite superhero.
Starring
His
whiny
fist.
blonde boy.
Who's
Hello.
meant to have all this training and be able to control his emotions, but always gets riled up by the first person he meets. Iron
Yeah.
Fist.
And then it's like, I suppose like the Punisher is like a pretty solid choice for like a show, because it's just like,
Well, he was in
listen,
the Daredevil
I'm-
one before.
yeah, I know, but he's like, I'm really angry and I will punish people, and it's like, sweet. Well, now we just got to come up with a list of people that he wants to punish.
Yeah, exactly.
And as long as they film it where he's beating people up, it's all good. Really, I've liked it, but it's not like my favorite thing ever. But then again, I don't really have any favorite things anymore, you know? I'm 46 years old. I've seen what I have to see in the world.
His favourite thing nowadays is getting his prostate checked on
Yep.
a regular basis.
Getting my prostate checked while smoking my pipe.
Yep.
It's just all I live for.
And listen to the Spider-Man 2 pizza theme.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. Choose Fun, do you have to listen to that music while I'm in your ass? Yes, I'm sorry, I very much do.
Wow, we got there. We got to bum talk. We made it,
take long.
guys.
Took us about
I mean,
39
it's-
minutes.
Yeah, I mean, depends. You know, we're cutting a little bit out here and there, trimming the fat. The white noise. I'm trying to think of like, I kind of used up all my topics with that. I've been getting angry over people thinking that animals don't have feelings was like my main one.
Yeah, it is a bit of a shitty thing.
I'm still unemployed.
Do you want some good news then?
Okay.
Yeah, hit me.
It turns out I may not be type 1 diabetic after all.
Oh.
I've not had insulin for the last 4 or 5 days, and my blood sugar levels are staying pretty steady. So, yeah, I might actually be fine after all. I can eat sweet stuff again. Yay!
So I think it was just something else then?
It must have been like an infection or something like that, because it went up, it spiked quite high,
Yeah.
but yeah, it seems to have dropped back down again just
That's good then.
over time.
I mean, if doctors like seen this, have they conferred with you about the situation?
I haven't
I've
taken
been
insulin. It's fine. I feel good.
Listen, doctor.
You're lying on your side, sir. I have fine.
Basically, since Thursday, I've been keeping an eye on my blood sugar, just taking it regularly, and seeing what levels they're at. And they've always been in single figures, even after like really sugary foods like ice cream and cans of Monster and stuff like that. So
You are a risk taker and a half. You've been drinking cans of Monster whilst you're diabetic.
I tested it by doing that in the first one and went, right,
Oh my
I'm gonna
goodness
check this over
gracious
2
me.
hours.
I'm half surprised you didn't just explode.
Well, that was the thing. My blood sugar was like 5.7, and then I had the can of Monster and waited like an hour, and I had like insulin at hand, ready for if I needed to. But I checked it after that, and it was like 9.9, which would be normal for anybody else who's like not diabetic, because there's so much fucking sugar in that thing. There's like 60 grams for the can.
Oh yeah,
It's high.
I've started avoiding like ever since I like made it out of university alive. Like I think I've had like one can of Monster since, and I didn't enjoy it.
Well, that's
replace
my
it with
first
more
can of
beer.
Monster for like a couple of months, so...
Oh yeah, man! Ever since leaving uni, the beer's just been my life. I'm not saying I got any healthier, but I've not been hitting Monster. It's
The
all
crippling
beer from here
depression
on out.
has been your life.
Oh, man,
drowning
beer's
you.
great though. Anybody who doesn't like beer
I'm not keen on beer.
doesn't like beer.
Yeah, don't like beer much either, to be honest.
I'm more of a
I feel
cider
like
person.
people who say they don't like beer, it's like the same thing as like anybody who has like a severe problem and is trying to justify it. I just think anybody who says they don't like heroin hasn't tried heroin.
Sorry, wait. What you're saying is, you're saying I think that everyone who doesn't like beer has a problem. Is that what you're trying to say?
No. What I was about to say, I interrupted.
You're all so wrong. You're all insane.
What I was gonna say was, I feel like anybody who doesn't like beer just hasn't had the right beer, but then I realized
Probably.
that just sounds like the most enabling statement ever, where it's just like, listen, I just think the people who don't like cocaine haven't had the right cocaine. But honestly, like when people think beer, like when I say beer, oh god, I feel like we're brand shaming now. We can do that, right? We're not ever gonna get any sponsors, right?
Not from a beer
Yeah, we
company.
might do, you never know.
I mean, maybe.
Why not though?
Just go for it. It's fine.
Okay, so if I say, hey guys, fancy some beer, what do you think of?
Well, now because of you, the first beer that jumps to mind is Brewdog.
Yeah, that's exactly the first one I was
Have you
thinking
had
of
many
now.
Brewdogs?
I've not actually had a
No,
Brewdog.
they've had two Brewdog. I had the one when we were down in Birmingham, and that wasn't good, really. At all.
Well, the thing is, as well, as when we were at Birmingham, people asked me what like their standard one was. Like what? So I just went for like their most sold one, which was the Punk IPA,
yeah.
which I'm drinking right now. Which is like quite a strong beer. It's not like overly strong, but it's like 5.6, and it's very beery. Like it's like
Is that
very
the official
hoppy.
Yes.
Like I mean,
This is a very
it's
beery
like
beer.
it's like you're what you'd imagine a beer to taste like, but like kind of amplified, you know.
So,
Whereas
shit
like
on shit.
I like it though.
I had.
Sorry,
go for it.
no. You were gonna say you had something.
The one when we were around at Misty and Ursula's, I say Misty. I mean
that was when I brought the fine selection.
Yeah, you brought bottles, and I had one of them. I don't remember which color it was, but that one was good. I like that.
Yeah, I brought like a few of those, and Flox was there, and she liked them as well. There's like a lot of different flavors, and that's the thing is like when we were in Birmingham, you guys had the opportunity. I don't feel like you seized the moment because you could have went up and tried any beer.
What might have been?
And it wouldn't.
I think I could have drunk like the God's nectar, and it still would have tasted like crap just because we were in Birmingham.
Yeah, maybe. Honestly, like, God, we're back in Birmingham. It feels like we're still talking on last week's podcast, but like, after everything that we went through in Birmingham, and then showing up at the Brewdog and just having the friendliest man on the planet serve me. He was this big bearded guy, and it was like all this fast paced, you know, we're going around the games convention, there's loads of smelly nerds, and then we show up and the guy's like, hey man, what can I get you? And I'm like, oh, I've been waiting for you to say those words all my life. And I'm like, can I get an Elvis juice? And he's like, are you sure? Would you like to try that first? I'm like, I know what I'm getting. He's like, any food with that? I'm like, of course. But then added to that was nobody liked their beer.
Yeah, so you just drank everyone
So I
else's
had to
pretty
drink
much.
them all. It was like heaven on earth.
I should have got like
Good.
a couple of tasters, I think, instead of like just buying one. But
Yeah,
For next
we
time.
should go to the one in Dundee at some point, or the one in Edinburgh. Edinburgh's like a little bit more hectic, but they're opening up a new one.
Yeah, come to Dundee,
We should
then,
go there sometime,
then I
and
don't
you can
have to
actually
worry too
like
much.
try some because they're real good.
Should definitely come to the Dundee one, because then I can come along.
The Dundee one's real nice.
yeah, that's where it started, right?
No, Aberdeen.
Okay.
I've never actually been to the Aberdeen one either. Apparently, it's like pretty cool there. Okay, I feel like we're just swooning on Brewdog. Brewdog, if you'd like to sponsor the podcast.
Oh, that would be fantastic. We should just contact him. What's up, Brewdog? We're a little podcast.
I mean, we started it off by saying, like, beer is shit, and then being like, when I say beer, what do you think of? Brewdog is shit!
Oh, yeah, that's true. They're probably not gonna want
So they might be a
sponsor us.
little reluctant. We'll let it settle in for a bit. We'll maybe give it a month before we reach out.
Just have to keep like talking about beer now and again, just throughout the different podcasts, and each time, kind of like sway our attitude towards beer a little bit more towards the positive, instead of saying it's shit each time.
If I ever have like a solid amount of money come in, we should go on like a beer tour for the Krumbis cast.
That'd be pretty cool. Do like a beer episode, beer special.
Yeah, it'd be great. I'd like to. One thing, I feel like I'm just blabbering on about things I want to do now.
Go for
But I've been watching Hat Films on YouTube.com/Hat Films. Probably we're not sponsored.
Yeah.
I've been watching Hat Films, and they have been doing like a. What would you call it? It's like when you get like a camper van, you drive across. It's like, I guess a road trip,
Yeah.
but they have like a camper van. They've been. They did it like ages ago, but they filmed their whole trip and they went in an RV that they rented out and they drove across like part of America,
Yeah.
which it's like the nice part with all the trees and the waterfalls and the mountains. And I'm like, damn, it looks really good. And then there was like one episode where they're cooking steaks. They're cooking steaks in their RV and they have beers. And then Smith is describing the beers. And I was like, I need to do this. I need to travel across America and drink beer.
I've legit
would
always
love-
wanted to travel across America in a car, just like Route 66, all the way across and back, or maybe just across.
I need
and
to
then
learn
fly
how to
back.
drive first.
I'm
We could
taking
always
lessons
do.
again.
Yeah, I need to learn how to drive too. I've been thinking about that more and more because obviously, like I said, I'm applying for jobs and stuff, and there's certain ones that are like, oh, I want to do that, but it's like not on any public transport routes really. I need to learn how to drive. But if we ever, we ever got that money and we ever get that driving license, we should totally do a American road trip. There's another thing that I've been wanting to do forever, and whenever like anybody asks me, hey, would you want to go anywhere in the world? Where would you go? There's a train that goes through the Rocky Mountains that has a glass top.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
And it's like takes you through like all these like scenic passes, and it's like this huge long train journey. That'd be great. I'd like to do that. What about you guys? If you could go anywhere in the world?
Well, planning on going
bed.
to Japan next October with Phlox, Nova, Shifty, and Super G-Man, or J2J. That's like...
Japan scares me.
Japan scares me as
I'd
well.
love to go to Japan.
I've never been abroad,
I would love
so
it.
I'm the first time going to a country that doesn't speak English. That's on the other side of the planet. But, yeah, it'll be fine. But yeah, we're doing
Yeah, it'll
that.
be fine. Like tourists go everywhere. Like everywhere's like ready for tourism to hit them. Like you're not gonna go there and it's gonna be like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Who are these people from Scotland? We don't know how to deal with this. You'll be fine.
But remember, Japan will be within the blast radius of the nuke
God's
on
What about you, Misty? If you could go anywhere,
anywhere, probably Hawaii. Just
Hawaii. I did not expect that.
I like the look of Hawaii. Somewhere.
No, it looks great. I just didn't. I thought you'd be like,
Oh, Japan as well.
No.
I would love to go to Japan just for like the actual tech. They have
okay.
Like
So
stinking
when
a
we
weed.
say Japan, like,
stinky
what
weed,
is
right?
like? what is your idea of like Japan? Because like a lot of people go for like, you know, they go for like the countryside Japan and then city Japan. Would you just be doing like
do both? I'd want to see the rural Japan with the actual history, the how they've pretty much given a god to absolutely everything, like the god of the mountain, god of the river, things like that.
God of Sprite?
Oh my god, yeah.
But also go to like the fact that they build fucking mechs to walk around in as well.
Yeah.
I would love to see both sides. And there's also a monkey sanctuary in Beppu Mountains. It's absolutely
When you start
awesome.
like looking up for places to go, and if you pick almost anywhere on the map and type in things to do in X, there's just a massive list of awesome stuff. Oh man, I would love to do all of these things. If I had,
things to do in X.
yeah, like X place, like Barcelona, France,
I'm gonna do it to Scotland, see what happens.
Bruges, stuff like
Oh,
that.
my like latest obsession. This is so boring. I'm like, I am actually a 47-year-old man. Is I downloaded the Airbnb app when we were planning our New Year trip. Did I talk about this before? I feel like I have.
I think you've mentioned the aircon.
Yeah, I mentioned that. But when I'm bored now, it's, you know how people like scroll through Twitter or scroll through Instagram. I just look up places on Airbnb. It is like the most fun thing ever. They have like their most popular countries and stuff, and you can be like, oh, do you want to go to Korea, like Seoul, Korea, or wherever? I don't know how to say it. Seoul.
I'm leaving you on this one. I don't know.
So,
I just say Seoul and nobody shouts at me, but I feel like I'm probably butchering that. Like this amazing, like cool city, and it will cost you like £100 per night in like the biggest city in Korea, and it's like, oh, so good. You can go like they have their most popular destinations. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get it right now. You guys, let's have a fun little segment. It's another new segment that we'll forget about next
Yeah,
week.
probably.
You tell me about a place to go, and I will look it up, and I will find a really nice place for you to go.
Uzbekistan.
Can't spell that, so
You
try
said
again.
Bekistan.
I don't want you to spell it for
The
me. I want you to
Netherlands.
try again. The Netherlands.
Netherlands will have lots of nice places to go.
I've been there when I was a baby. Okay, listen, guys. I'm really sorry about this.
There's no houses in
The
the
app-
Netherlands.
The app is going really slow.
Oh, jeez. When we were looking at prices and stuff for accommodation in Japan, it was like a 4 or 5 bedroom like flat in Tokyo, and for like 2 weeks it was like under £200 each or something like that.
Yeah, there's like...
But it's crazy
I
how
think-
cheap it is. It's really good.
No, what I was saying is you're getting like... You can get cheap prices when you go to Japan, but you're usually staying in like cupboards.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they've got like the little
the
single
places are really
pod
small.
things, don't they?
yeah.
It's like
You can get those, like, those are like designed for like if you're going on like business trips, you sit in like a pod, but you can get hotels still that are like still quite
If I
small.
was going to a
what-
place though like Japan or really anywhere that I wanted to explore the city or the country, I wouldn't really care what the hotel was. I'm just going there to sleep.
Oh, of course not. Yeah.
I mean, the ones that I've seen was like literally a singular bed that are in a. Think of the lines of you know those big libraries where you have the ladders that slides along, and it goes up the side of the bookcases. Instead of the bookcases, it's just little singular holes in the wall that you slide into, and there's a
pretty
little
cool.
curtain that closes up behind you,
My
and
biggest
it's
worry
just the bed.
is that like I'm like about 6'2", 6'1", 6'2" ish.
Oh yeah, your toes will be poking out and
Yeah,
knocking people
like,
up for ladder. It's fine.
I'm worried that like wherever I go, I'm going to be hitting my head. I'm going to be walking into things. When I go to sleep, my feet are going to be sticking at the edge of the foot on and stuff like that. I'm going to have to get
Smacking
like
your boner off everything.
what? Sorry?
What?
What did you say?
I didn't say anything.
Okay. Smacking my
yeah,
dog?
the,
Is that what you said?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't dare say that. Nothing about boners in this dojo.
well, that's the point. You'll have a bigger of an average penis, unless your penis is really small. Then
Oh my god, please, if you go to Japan, can you please go to like one of the like girlfriend bar things?
Of course, man. Hell yeah.
Are you gonna?
Yeah.
Oh good.
All the
Gosh.
stereotypical touristy shite. I'm down. Karaoke.
But those are weird. It'll be so fun. You'll be like, oh hello there.
Why will I turn into like a weird SpongeBob character?
Hello there. It's just such a funny thing.
It's really strange.
Oh, that'd be brilliant. What's this girlfriend?
I feel kind of boring now because I was like, I want to go on a train that
Trains
goes
are
through
cool,
the
man.
country.
Fuck.
I
Trains
think
are.
trains are the best.
I'm gonna make a bold statement here, guys. Trains are the best form of transport, bar none.
I do not disagree with you whatsoever.
Planes are like
Trains are so relaxing.
planes are uncomfortable and loud, and you don't have much.
and I'm usually sitting behind you.
You don't have much room. Cars are like you can get car sick and it's just hot and there's traffic. Buses
I think
are
there's probably,
the spawn
like-
of Satan. Trains are
Oh,
just
buses
like,
are by far the worst. But I feel like I think driving places as a passenger is probably not as fun as driving as a driver.
Yeah.
Oh
'cause,
hell
you know,
yeah! I mean, driving as
imagine-
a driver, you have to always be paying attention. So actually, like a lot of the time, you just drive and then you don't realize that you're actually at your destination. Like,
Like,
within
do
a
you
few
enjoy
minutes.
driving, Misty? We
I
have like
love
friends
driving.
who are like super into like just driving around.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
like
if
very
there-
therapeutic to them.
If there wasn't such a thing as having to pay for fuel, I would literally just drive everywhere and just have a great time.
Tesla, if you'd like to sponsor the podcast,
Please give us some electric cars.
God, that'd be cool.
Love you, Elon.
if there was a train along Route 66, would you take that instead of driving? What do you guys think? I think
I've been on Route 66,
I think
man.
I still want to drive.
It depends on
Get
the
your
road, I
kicks.
suppose. I mean, if there's a road that's just a straight road and it's boring as fuck, then I would want to take a train.
I think a lot of the American like east to west is like that. Just massive, huge Roman road style straight lines for miles and miles and miles.
I mean, what's that game that Penn and Teller made? Bus Trip.
I know the one that you mean.
It's an
like
game. It's a game where
you gotta keep slightly turning to the left so you don't go off the
yeah,
road.
and if you
Jeez.
crash, then it's like a tow truck will come and pick you up in like real time, and tow you back to the town that you came from in real
forgot the
time.
name of it. People used to do it for like charity streams, and
Yeah,
it was like a challenge.
Loading Ready Run does it for
I think I remember
charity.
it
They're
doing
doing it
that.
at the moment, I think. The more you donate, the longer they go for, or something like that. But it's pretty much you've got to go from one point to another point. You have to go to Las Vegas.
Desert bus.
Desert bus. You have to go
Desert bus.
all the way to Las Vegas, and as soon as you get to Las Vegas, you get a point. And then you get like a few seconds to decide on if you want to turn around and go back again.
oh my god.
If not, it ends the game there and then. So you basically have to always have somebody paying attention because it leans to the right, like Cheese said. So it's literally several hours to get 1 point.
Several hours of tapping A.
No, just slightly left.
Well, yeah, because Waz A would be left, right?
It depends on if it might be left, right, and up and down. There might be that much
Who
of a thing to
knows?
make it even more complicated, I suppose.
The button for steering left changes every 5 to 10 minutes at random. You have to find it again. Oh god.
Flashes up on the side of the screen somewhere.
You start like
And,
pressing
in
buttons, the
Morse
bonnet gets
code.
popped, the doors open, like the hydraulics go off because this cool bus has hydraulics. All the neon starts
And as
flashing.
well, that's the joy of trains because you don't have to tap left, guys. Travel with trains today. Trains, the new technology sweeping the nation.
But that's the thing, though. If it was something completely opposite of the desert bus, aka the roads going up to the Highlands in Scotland, then I would totally want to drive that instead of getting
yeah,
a
for
train.
sure.
Because they're so much better. You get the views. You get to stop whenever you want and go.
Yeah, you can stop whenever you
Like, the
want.
roads
That's
be,
like the major
Super
benefit.
windy and constantly different as well.
Oh yeah, and you can go up right into the mountains and stuff. I mean, that took a few little short clip like videos. When I was going up to Botagarten, near Aviemore. When
I went to Aviemore.
We went to what you call it? Ursula's birthday, I think, or it was maybe the anniversary, something on those lines. I can't remember which one it was. It was probably Ursula's birthday. No, it was actually anniversary. Never mind. I'm just ignoring.
That was such a classic Misty series of sentences.
Oh my god. Oh dear.
But basically, when we were going up, it was, oh look, there's snow. Let's stop and like take a little video clip or something.
Take a few shots.
Take a few shots. I think
Oh look, there's a
Ursula's
cow.
actually
Let's
got,
stop
like,
and take a few shots. Oh hey look, this is a nice feel. Let's stop and take a couple shots. Whoa, look at them. Let's stop and take a couple of shots.
Hey, we crashed. Let's stop and take a couple shots.
Oh god. Oh man.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think like being able to drive and stop anywhere would be great. But the trains are just so much more relaxing for traveling places.
In that case, the dream piece of like what's the word I'm looking for?
Car on the train is what you're looking for.
You know the train from Back to the Future 3?
Yeah.
That train.
But
That's
that
the train
flies
I like.
as well. You'll get turbulence on that.
Yeah. But it's this fancy science train, you know? It's got, flux capacitors.
So basically, what
and
you're
stuff.
trying to say is you want planes to be a little bit better than what they are.
I want every form of transport to look like trains. That's what I'm saying. Bikes, trains. Cars, trains. Trains, even more like trains.
Do you get like a smaller version for kids to learn on?
Yep.
So
They
it's
got
like
their training wheels for their train.
Yay!
Oh.
Alright guys, we
I
got
was
to the
waiting
joke.
for that.
Let's round up the podcast. We've done it. We've finished.
Now we should probably mention who we all are again.
Oh fuck. God damn it. When did you remember? I didn't remember this time.
I just remembered that as soon as you said, let's end up the podcast, I was like, hold on. Last time we ended up the podcast, I remembered that we forgot to say who we were again.
Jesus Christ. Well, I'm Porchegg.
I'm Monkey of Mist.
I'm Clarence von Ronsenberg of the House Tramboni Jones, also known as Cheese Fund.
Crawl back into your sleeping bags. Put yourself in a nice cozy coma for another week until the next episode of Bumbis and the Burgie Ball.
Also subscribe and leave us comments, and we might read your comments out on the thing. Bye.
Love you.
What the fuck? Oh god, no.